Hello students. So in the last class we have discussed many problems related to the equations. So today's session we are going to discuss about generation of AM wave. So how to generate the AM wave by using different circuits. So in order to generate the AM wave we have got two methods. Those are square law modulator and switching modulator. So in our syllabus we have got the switching modulator circuits. So this is the circuit of switching modulator where it consists of M of t, this is the message signal, and we have got the carrier signal, this is C of t, and we have got the diode. So we are going to connect the diode here, and we have got the load resistor, and at last we have got the band pass filter. So we will see later why we are going to use the band pass filter at the output side. So now we know that the amplitude of the carrier signal is more compared to the message signal. So here we have got the message signal, we are going to apply this, and the carrier signal is C of t, where we are going to apply to the diode. And we can also see here we are going to get the output at this terminal is called as V1 of t, and across the load resistor the output is called as the V2 of t. Now whenever we are going to apply the signal M of t and C of t, here the total output, the total input to the diode we are going to give as V1 of t is equal to M of t plus C of t. So here we are going to add this message signal as well as the carrier signal. That is why this V1 of t is equal to what? M of t and C of t. So we know the amplitude for the carrier waveform, that is we are going to write like this: V1 of t is equal to M of t plus AC cos 2 pi FCT. So let us consider this equation as 1. Now here we are going to explain two types of circuits. One is forward bias and one is the reverse bias circuit. Here we are going to explain the two conditions, one is the forward bias and reverse bias with respect to the diode. So when we are going to apply the carrier frequency, if at all the carrier frequency is C of t is more than 0, the diode is forward bias. So we are going to write the circuit like this. This is M of t, and here we have got the C of t. So whenever the C of t is greater than M of t, that is the frequency of the carrier signal is more than the message signal, the diode is forward biased, and here we are going to get the closed loop, and here across this we are going to get the V1 of t. This is what? V1 of t. So here this is the forward bias. The diode will become forward bias when C of t is greater than 0. Similarly, when C of t is less than 0, let us consider the same circuit. This is C of t and this is M of t. Whenever we apply the signal, that is C of t is less than 0, here we are going to get the open circuit, and here across the V1 which will be equal to 0 because of this open circuits. So altogether we can write the output of the diode across the V1 of t, here it is 0 and here it is V1 of t is equal to, we are going to get the output. So the output of the diode we can write that as V2 of t is equal to, whenever the carrier signal, that is C of t is greater than 0, we are going to get what? V1 of t. Whenever C of t is less than 0, we are going to get the output as 0. So the output of the diode can be written as, so here V2 of t, here we are going to get across this. This is the V2 of t. So altogether we can write this as V2 of t is equal to V1 of t into Gp of t. So here we are going to get the square pulse. here the output of the diode can be written as V2 of t is equal to V1 of t into Gp of t. Here Gp of t is nothing but it is the rectangular pulse with a period of time period of t naught is equal to 1 divided by f naught. So altogether we can write the output Vt of t is equal to V1 of t we already know, that is m of t plus AC cos 2 pi fct into Gp of t. So this is the equation for V2 of t. So we know that Gp of t is nothing but the rectangular pulse strength. So we are going to represent Gp of t is equal to 1 divided by 2 plus 2 divided by pi and summation n is equal to 1 to infinity and minus 1 to the power n minus 1 divided by 2 power n minus 1 into cos 2 pi fc into 2n minus 1 into t. So this is the standard equation for the Gp of t, that is the train pulse. So after calculating this we are going to represent the Gp of t like this. Gp of t is equal to half plus 2 divided by pi cos 2 pi fct plus, so here this should be t 2 pi fct plus odd harmonic component. So remaining thing we are going to consider it as the odd harmonic component, because for n is equal to 1 we are going to consider this is the equation. Now consider this as the equation 4, substituting this 4 in the equation 3. So substituting the equation 4 in the equation 3. So we know the equation 3, that is of V2 of t. So V2 of t is equal to m of t plus AC cos 2 pi fct into Gp of t. So this is the equation for Gp of t, that is 1 divided by 2 plus 2 divided by pi into cos 2 pi fct. So remaining thing we are going to leave as it is, this is the odd harmonic component. So now after solving this equation we are going to get Vt of t is equal to half into m of t plus 2 m of t divided by pi into cos 2 pi fct plus AC divided by 2 into cos 2 pi fct plus 2 into AC divided by pi cos square 2 pi fct. So we are going to multiply this term into this term, we are going to get the equation this. Now we know that cos square theta is equal to, this is the formula we all know, that half into 1 plus cos 2 theta. So we can write like this, half plus cos 2 theta divided by 2. Now substituting this, V2 of t is equal to m of t divided by 2 plus 2 into m of t divided by pi cos 2 pi fct plus AC divided by 2 cos 2 pi fct plus 2 into AC divided by 2 pi plus 2 AC cos 2 pi fct into divided by 2. So overall we can write the equation like this. So after writing the equation we can see here, so here this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled and here this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So after that we are going to get the equation m of t divided by 2 plus 2 into m of t divided by pi into cos 2 pi fc into t plus AC divided by 2 cos 2 pi fct plus AC divided by pi plus AC into cos 4 pi fct. So this is the equation we have got at the V2 of t, that is m of t divided by 2 plus 2 into m of t divided by pi cos 2 pi fct plus AC divided by 2 cos 2 pi fc plus AC divided by pi plus AC into cos 4 pi fct. Now considering this V2 of t, as I said that in the circuit diagram there is a band pass filter. So the required AM wave centered at Fc. So whichever the wave we have got, that is at the centered at Fc, has to be passed through the ideal band pass filter. So here the required AM wave centered at Fc is obtained by passing V2 of t, that is the equation we have got here. This V2 of t has to pass through an ideal band pass filter. So in the circuit we have seen where we have connected the band pass filter at the last and having center frequency Fc and the bandwidth of 2 omega hertz. So this is the important thing which has to be have the center frequency Fc and bandwidth of 2 omega hertz. Now after passing the V2 of t through the band pass filter, we are going to get the equation V2 dash of t is equal to 2 divided by pi into m of t cos 2 pi Fc into t plus AC divided by 2 cos 2 pi Fc into t. So whereas here we are going to find the wherever there is a center frequency Fc is fine, and we are going to remove the remaining component. So after getting this, we are going to take the common AC divided by 2 cos 2 pi Fct. After taking the common, we are going to left with 1 plus 4 divided by pi into AC into m of t. So here V2 dash of t is equal to AC divided by 2 cos 2 pi Fct into 1 plus Ka into m of t. So this is the final equation we are going to get at the band pass filter after considering the center frequency Fc and the bandwidth of 2 omega hertz. Now here the Ka, this is nothing but the amplitude sensitivity. We are going to represent this Ka in terms of 4 divided by pi into AC. So this is called as the amplitude sensitivity. At last we are going to get the equation at the band pass filter is V2 into t is equal to AC divided by 2 cos 2 pi into Fc plus 1 plus Ka into m of t. So till now we have seen the AM generation by using the switching modulator. There we have seen the circuit along with that the output of V2 of t. Now let us see the demodulation. So how to detect the AM wave here. So we have got the two methods for the demodulation. We have got the two circuits, that is square law demodulator and envelope detector. So for our syllabus we have got the envelope detector. The envelope detector circuits, we have got the S of t. This will be act as a input to the diode, and we have got the series resistor here, and this is the diode is connected, and we have got the capacitor and the load resistor. We are going to demodulate the signal across the output. During positive half cycle, the diode is forward bias and the capacitor is fully charged. So this is the slow process, and after during the negative half cycle the diode will be in the reverse bias. So during that period whatever the charges stored near the capacitor has been taken across the output. So here we can see this is the envelope detector, the S of t. So we have seen this in the AM modulation, this is the S of t. So how we are going to detect the amplitude here is, so here we can see the amplitude of the first signal will be considered, and we are going to consider only the envelope of the S of t. So we are going to get the output like this. So in order to consider this, we are going to consider only the envelope of the AM modulation. That is why this is called as the envelope detector. So we have got so many conditions that here you can see capacitor charges through D and RS, whereas when diode is on, and it discharges through RL when diode is off. So as we said, this capacitor will going to charge through the diode when it is on, and when the diode is off, this capacitor on or the diode is in the off state. And charging time, so here we can see charging and the discharging time, they have explained. Charging time is constant, whereas we are going to consider that as Rs into C, that should be small compared to the carrier period. We are going to consider that as 1 divided by Fc, whereas the condition we consider here is Rs into S. We are going to consider the equation Rs into C, that should be less than the 1 divided by C, because capacitor has to charge rapidly. And one more condition for the discharging is the time constant should be long, because in order to ensure that capacitor discharges slowly through the load resistor RL, whichever we are going to connect across the circuit. So this is how we are going to consider or take the envelope of the AM modulation. So that is why this is called as the envelope detector. Thank you.